In today's news, the governor and minister encourage vaccination. The minister says that FOI's arrest won't affect the cruise industry. ADAEJAH HODGE is crowned MVP. Museum Week explores careers in the sector. And Safe Haven presents the Bridge the Gap Showcase. All these and more when 284 returns.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome viewers, I'm Nia Douglas coming to you live from the beautiful British Virgin Islands. It's Tuesday, May 17th, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in to 284 News tonight. Starting off today's news, on Friday, May 13th, statements were made by His Excellency the Governor John J. Rankin alongside the Minister for Health and Social Development, Honorable Marlon Penn, on the arrival of additional pediatric COVID-19 vaccine doses.
The United Kingdom has been committed from the beginning to supporting BVI during the COVID-19 pandemic, and we remain committed to that for the future, in particular supplying the vaccines that the territory requires to help to keep people safe. Back in February, a further 3,510 doses of adult Pfizer vaccine were delivered to the territory, and the first pediatric doses were delivered for children aged between 5 and 11 years old. And just yesterday, the 11th of May, a further 200 pediatric doses were delivered in response to the request from the Chief Medical Officer. I should say that most children remain at low risk from developing serious illness from COVID-19, but a very small number may develop severe illness, and hence the pediatric dose can help to keep them safe from that risk. I know that as we speak, Minister, we have 155 live cases of COVID-19 in the territory. I know that most of them are mild cases, most of the symptoms are mild, but the COVID-19 outbreak has not gone away. New variants can arise, and some people, particularly vulnerable people in the vulnerable categories, remain at risk. So I would join you, and I know the Chief Medical Officer, encouraging persons in those categories not to procrastinate. Get vaccinated or get the boosters that you require to keep you safe and to help keep your loved ones safe as well. As I say, we remain committed to supporting the territory during this time, and Minister supporting you and your health colleagues in helping the people of the territory.
Giving his first remarks in his new capacity as Minister for Health under the Unity government, Honorable Penn said that vaccination is a wise choice before sharing additional vaccination statistics from within the BVI.
Vaccination remains a wise personal choice for persons who choose it as one of their strategies for protection. Vaccines remain an important strategy, especially for the more vulnerable persons who are more likely to have severe disease. This includes the elderly and those with immune compromise. The Government of the Virgin Islands, with the invaluable assistance of the Government of the United Kingdom, remains committed to ensuring that persons who wish to have access to vaccines continue to have access. The arrival and receipt of these pediatric doses of Pfizer vaccination are a testament to that commitment. For this, we and the parents of the children who will receive these doses are grateful. As of 10th of March, A total of 19,299 persons, or 64% of the population, have received COVID-19 vaccinations, with 17,886, or 59.6%, having received 2 doses, and 59.6% having received 3 doses. As the BVI currently experiences an uptick in COVID cases, we report 155 cases today, with a total of 387 new cases being reported over the last month, since the 10th of April. It is important that persons continue to take personal responsibility to protect themselves and limit the spread of the disease in the community. As a reminder, the reduction of public health measures signals a shift from government towards individuals making their own decisions in relation to protecting themselves from COVID-19.
In other news, Deputy Premier Honorable Kai Reimer is of the opinion that the former Premier's legal entanglements will not negatively impact the territory's cruise industry. Reimer made the comment in response to a question posed by the media at last Friday's press conference, as he assured residents that the experience of the cruise guests remain high. He was part of the delegation which recently traveled to the annual Sea Trade Summit in Miami, Florida, which successfully negotiated 417 calls to the territory for the 2022-2023 season.
Based on the executives, and I can't say much, but I'm sure that the conversation remains high amongst the executives and those in the port industry, those at the Pier Pack, those would have been communications continuing in terms of the calls to the territory. And as our members are here from those agencies, I'm sure that they would be able to speak more on that. But based on what was discussed at Sea Trade amongst our cruise partners, the experience of the guests, they remain high, and they were excited to come to the territory and understand what took place at that time. But our industry partners, they have developed that relationships with them. They would definitely make sure that once they come to the territory, they would, the product would still remain there for them to explore and so forth.
Also commenting on the possible impacts was Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley. He said the territory has already moved on from the incident involving the former Premier Andrew Foy, pointing to his newly formed government and other measures taken since the arrest.
What transpired somewhere around 2 weeks ago was very unfortunate, and it's saddening and shocking for all of us. But since then, Zan, we have moved on. We have removed the former Premier from his position, and there's a new Minister of Finance and a new Minister of Tourism and a new Premier. And we have a new government in place. And we are sending a message to the Virgin Islands public, as well as the international community, that business continues in the BVI. Certainly, the former Premier will face his day in court, and he will have to defend himself.
Additionally, Premier Wheatley said his government is serious in making sure the public sees their commitment to good governance and transparency.
Certainly, we are taking measures to ensure, as the Deputy Premier said, that we root out any vestiges of any type of corruption, maladministration. We're moving swiftly. We spoke about the Ports Board and appointing a new Ports Board. We heard the governor yesterday announce investigations into various things. We're serious about making sure that we show our commitment to good governance, transparency, accountability, respect for the rule of law, all of those things, not just to the international community, not just to the United Kingdom government, but our very own people. And we affirm very strongly that the BVI remains an excellent place to live, to walk, and to visit. And I'm confident that visitors will continue to come to the BVI because certainly business continues to the BVI, and we welcome them.
Up next, ADAEJAH is crowned MVP. This story and more when we return.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI love.
You value traditions. Today, you value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch and you don't say you were sick? Why haven't you already rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
Welcome back, viewers. Top junior female athlete ADAEJAH HODGE completed a quadruple as she guided her Alexander Cougars to their 4th Georgia High Schools Association Class 6A championships over the weekend. HODGE broke records in the long jump and 100-meter events and set a personal best time in the 400-meter. She also won the 200-meter event in a quick time to complete the quadruple. In the 100-meter event, HODGE ran a record time of 11.33 seconds, breaking a 7-year record. In the 200-meter event, she then ran a 23.4-second race for a 3rd gold, while her 4th gold came in the 400-meter event with a personal best time of 53.26 seconds. Earlier on Friday, May 13th, HODGE broke a 23-year-old long jump record after leaping 6.2 meters. ADAEJAH's 4 gold medals saw her claiming the championship's Most Valuable Player award after collecting a total of 40 points. Following her triumph, ADAEJAH spoke to sports journalist Dean the Sportsman Greenaway about the championship.
First, we was warming up and my warm-ups was going great, but unfortunately I was too hot. I was too ready, so I scratched my first 2 jumps in a long jump. So my coaches decided to put me back a whole foot, and then that's when I jumped my 20 feet 4 inches.
What about the 100?
The prelims of the 100, I just wanted to go and just get through because I know I had 2 more events to do after that. So the prelims for the 100 was just to get through, and then finals, I decided to just leave it all on the track.
And when you saw 53.26, because I know You love the 400.
I was really shocked because this whole season I couldn't break 55. I would always be so close to breaking 55 and just didn't break it. So when I saw 53.26, I saw that it was a huge PR and that I finally broke the 55.
And the 200?
The 200, I know I had heavy legs from my previous event, so I just wanted to go and work on technique in my last race. Honestly, we didn't even really need more points, but just to get the title of being the outstanding athlete of the meet was what pushed me to win the 200.
And what did it mean to you to be the MVP?
It meant a lot to me. Knowing that I won it last year, it motivated me a lot to come and do it this year, but also make history by being the first person in Georgia to ever win all of my events at a state.
Wow, that's incredible. What does it mean to you to have also helped the Alexander Cougars to the state title?
It feels great, but even without my points, we would have still won. My teammates, they did a great job. It wasn't just me. I'm super proud of them, and we just went into the competition with the mindset that we are going to come home with the state championship.
What was your goal going in?
My goal going in was to actually have fun and come home with all gold medals, make history, and just make myself proud.
And you surely did that. What was the toughest event for you?
Definitely the 400, because I was a little worried about how my training was going, because this year I really focused on my 100, like my stat and all that. So going in, I didn't really have very much 400 meter training, but I still did what I had to do in the 400, and I'm really proud of myself.
Meanwhile, in other track and field news, the Virgin Islands' very own Racoy Brathwaite collected a silver medal in the Big Ten Conference 100-meter event for his Indiana University in a time of 10.11 seconds, his fastest time under all conditions. In other news, the Virgin Islands will be joining the rest of the world in observing International Museum Day on the 18th of May under the theme, The Power of Museums. Director of Culture, Dr. Catherine Smith, stated that several activities have been planned for this week from May 6th to the 20th for the territory's secondary schools. These, she said, include a focus on the many exciting careers that exist within the museum sector. These include, among others, museum curator, collections manager, exhibition designer, museum educator, marketing manager, public programmer, and exhibition installer. Dr. Smith added that presentations will also include written and visual descriptions of what these professions do, as well as the qualifications required for those careers. They will use the local as well as international museum sector as context. The director said, if we want to begin exploring the power of museums more effectively in the territory, we must begin to expand our museum's offerings in all ways. One way to do this is to begin to seek professional qualifications in various aspects of the museum sector, and these careers are quite diverse and exciting. This year's activities are also expected to reflect the theme, The Power of Museums, through exploring the power of the stories behind the actual artifact, storytelling. Up next, Ron Grant gets all of the details on the Bridge the Gap showcase. Stay tuned.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
A show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and, bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men. This season, I'm taking you on an entirely different journey, from chefs to dancers, philanthropists, communications specialists, and much more. I'm heading outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Borgingata, Jackson Lake, not forgetting Antigata. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing, and I'm so proud. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redirect. We are the movers and shakers of this generation, and we ain't afraid to show it. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 3 by yours truly, Ron Grant, raising a generation of greatness. Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Thanks for sticking with us. The Safe Haven Transitional Center will be hosting an upcoming showcase under the theme Bridging the Gap, Promoting Mental Health as a Community. Our Ron Grant sat down with social workers Lauren Smith and Kenton, who spoke about the upcoming event. Take a look.
Wonderful. Now, Bridge the Gap Showcase 2022 is being held, of course, promoting mental health as a community on May 21st. Gentlemen, let's talk about the event. You have an amazing lineup. I know you have a lot of sponsors. What can the public expect?
So the public should expect a very energetic day. We have so much prepared. We have pre-events, which will be soca aerobics and yoga, and then we get things going officially at 10 o'clock. So we'll have bouncy houses for the children. We'll also have balloons. We will have presentations. We will have performances. We'll have live music. We'll have so many different things happening. So we'd like for the community to come out and just experience what it would be like, a day of wellness where we're just trying to get the general population interested in their well-being.
All right, so as you mentioned, you have pre-events, the yoga, 6:30 a.m., soca aerobics at 7 a.m. You have some 12 booths, DJs, performances, live coaches will be there. Mental health wellness providers are also going to be on site. Viewers, massage therapy, panel discussions. Yes. We have a raffle, and we also have, like you mentioned, the bouncy castle. Gentlemen, I want to talk about mental health in our community and its importance. Why did you guys at Safe Haven deem it necessary to put on such an event?
Okay, so we do realize that we're living in unprecedented times, in times when times that are so uncertain, especially right now in the territory. We realize people are under tremendous pressure. If it's not pressure at the grocery store, the supermarkets, it is pressure at the pump when you go to buy gas. And there are so many other external pressures. So we realized that this would be the perfect time to put on an event like this, because what we're seeking to do is to bridge the gap between mental health providers and other therapeutic service providers and the community. Because while we are a transitional center at Safe Haven, in our mission we state that it's to bring social change, and social change is not just within the center, but in the community as well. So we do a lot of other outreaches, but this is the largest event that we're putting on, where we actually seek to accomplish bringing together the community and the service providers.
Now, viewers, that was Lauren Smith and Kenton McKenzie. I'm sorry I misspoke earlier. I left out Mr. McKenzie's last name. The gentlemen also provided a background of the center, their needs, and how clients they presently treat.
So Safe Haven was established in 2015, and we cater primarily to individuals who suffer from substance abuse. Some may have mental illnesses, and some may have some occasional, we have one or two that are homeless. But these are the predominant individuals that we cater to. We normally would have a structured program there where they would take part in groups. One of the groups would be coping skills, life skills. We would give medication. We would have one-to-one meetings with their counselors. We would allow them time to head out and socialize in the community. So it's a very structured program at the Safe Haven Transitional Center. We want our residents to be able to be their best when they transition back into society. So we often have groups that are geared towards helping them to cope with whatever stresses they would be facing once they have to make that transition.
Understood. And Mr. McKenzie, tell me how many persons you have at the center presently enrolled in various programs?
Currently, we have approximately 14 to 16 persons who are living residents at the center, since we are a living transitional facility.
Now, this cannot be accomplished without a lot of assistance and need. What are some of the basic needs of the transitional center? If persons are interested in contributing and supporting what you do at the center in any way, what are some of the major things that you usually are in need of?
So the center comes under the Ministry of Health and Social Development, who is the main stakeholder. But yes, we do have a lot of needs at the center. Of course, feeding 14 to 16 persons on a daily basis, it's not easy to do alone. So apart from the government support, which is a big part of it, or the main part of it, I should say, we definitely accept foodstuff contributions. And from time to time, we have outreach events that we would also need support in one form or the other for. So in terms of basic needs though, things like mattresses, clothes, pillows, sheets, anything that can help the residents to be comfortable, to be able to meet our outcome or our goals that we have set for them.
Now, viewers, if you're interested in seeing the full interview, be sure to check out the 284 Media Facebook page. And that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Nia Douglas. I'll see you again as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news, right here on 284 Media. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Have a great evening.
The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI love.
You value traditions. Today. You value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Why? This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this thing like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
She? I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.